A month ago, I was on a hike and it was raining. My Google Pixel was covered in plastic, but I don't know how water still seeped into it, and my phone is now no more. Although I was super sad, I realized that I wasn't too harsh on myself. Had this happened 2 years ago, I would have cursed the shit out of myself and told myself how worthless I am at least 1,000 times. But after reading these books and practicing self compassion for 2 years, I love myself so much, I've been called a narcissist. So, in this video, I'll share my journey of adopting a compassionate mindset and making my mind a beautiful place to live, with a practical exercise at the end, which helped me cultivate it when I had zero self compassion. Isn't it helpful to have people supporting you and rooting for you on your journey? But imagine the person closest to you, the voice in your head, not only not supporting you, but actively causing hindrance by calling you worthless or stupid at every setback. If I think about it now, the way I used to talk to myself was very similar to how one would treat someone they hated. More on that later. Now try and imagine this. Your inner voice, instead of shitting on you all the time, consoles you and treats you with kindness when you're down or make a mistake, like a loving friend would. How much more empowered and supported would that make you feel? This is the power of a compassionate mindset. Self compassion is being kind towards yourself and realizing that you are a human being bound to make mistakes and feel difficult emotions. On my journey to become more compassionate, I noticed a lot of interesting things. I wondered to myself that why is my default self criticism? And after lots of introspection, I realized a lot of it is based on how we are brought up. And although such introspection is necessary, it is a long term process. In the short run, I realized that I must draw some boundaries, stand up for myself, and change the way my mind talks to myself, or else this journey was going to be quite difficult. So I started actively changing the way I talk to myself, and because our brains are plastic, they change. With enough repetition, I became less harsh and more kind to myself. And however difficult it feels, trust me, it's possible. If I did it, you can do it too. The golden rule for compassion, which has helped me, is to treat yourself how you would treat your child. So if you won't say something to your child, don't say it to yourself. Another area that I used to struggle in, and to some extent still do, was emotions. I used to resist painful emotions at all cost, thinking that I should not be feeling them. But self-compassion is inclusive of the whole spectrum of emotions, the positive and the negative. Having a compassionate mindset includes acknowledging that how emotions are a completely natural part of being human, and there's a reason that evolution gave us them, especially the negative ones. So I started incorporating self-compassion in my daily meditations, and I'm so happy that I did, because now even my relationship to my emotions is a compassionate one. I am better able to handle and more accepting of emotions like anger, grief, fear, or even shame. And it is such a relief not needing to craft my life around trying to avoid these emotions just because I'm afraid to feel them. The thing that surprised me the most was this: having a compassionate mindset helped me progress in my goals faster. So when I used to miss on my targets or actions, instead of immediately cursing myself, I started to treat myself like a kind, encouraging parent would treat their kid. And I used to tell myself things like, kudos on trying, it's okay to fail, and what can you do better the next time? And although we think that we only improve when we are harsh with ourselves, this myth was debunked in this study in which students that forgave themselves for procrastinating on the first test were less likely to procrastinate on the final exam than the students who were critical on themselves. This is the exercise from the book The Compassionate Mind that helped me build my compassion muscles when they were at their weakest. It's having a compassionate image. Step 1 is to pick a compassionate figure in your mind. It is someone or something that when you look at them, it just fills you with warmth and love. This compassionate image should have these four qualities. They should be non-judgmental. You should feel that they are warm and kind towards you. They should be wise and have an understanding of human suffering. They should be firm and strong. Your compassionate image can be anything or anyone. It can be a loved one, a movie character, a deity, or even a tree or a mountain. For me, it was Robin Williams from the movie Good Will Hunting. Write down their description with a pen and paper. The more detail you put in the description, the more effective this exercise will be. Include details like what do they sound like, what expressions do they have on their face, etc. So whenever I was feeling terrible and caught myself being self-critical, I used to imagine Robin Williams with the widest and with a warm smile on his face, just rubbing my back and telling me it is okay to go through this and it is okay to feel whatever you're feeling. This exercise has strengthened my compassionate muscles so much that whenever I'm going through some strong emotions or experience a setback, my mind defaults to such kind words automatically. If you feel cringe at this exercise, it's completely understandable. Even I thought it was weird back then, but out of curiosity, I tried it and it was super effective for me. I'm a strong believer in doing small things daily to have a huge impact on our well being in the long run. Self compassion is one such thing. But I also tried this 2-minute exercise at night that has taken my happiness to the next level in just 30 days. So if you'd like to be happier, you can click the link.